right, 5:53 p.m. Friday, what is it, February 23rd or so? Got Ken and Chris on board. We'll do more proper introductions later. But we are just shoving off here from Safe Harbor Shelter Island with our new standing rigging and our new radar and our new B&G instrument pod that I'm super excited about. So we are, have a look at the time. I think we're okay to go on the outside of the Coronados Islands. So we're gonna head to Ensenada. It's gonna be about just a little under 75 nautical miles, roughly, depending on how straight of a course we steer. It should be pretty good. We got a little bit of moon shining through, so we'll have some moonlight. I think we'll have pretty good visibility. There's no fog concerns or anything like that at the moment, so I think this should be a good passage. Okay, it's about 7:15. We got Chris and Ken up. I just went down and had a quick bite to eat. We're just a little bit past San Diego Light, so we're gonna go ahead and take the outside route outside the Los Coronados Islands. I got another 10-11 miles till we get to Los Coronados, another, little less than 2 hours. All right, I don't know if that's gonna show up at all, but we can see the Coronados Islands from here. So they're kind of right at beam from us. We're actually we'll be past them in a little bit. We've got about another mile and a half or so, a little bit beyond that, and then we're gonna go to port and we'll start heading a little bit more squarely to Ensenada. So we're on the outside of the Los Coronados Islands. It's what, about 9 o'clock maybe almost, and it's pretty clear. We've got a nice bright moon, pretty good visibility, and not much wind. All right, it's 3 a.m. and wow, this red light's pretty bright. So we are off the coast of Baja in Mexican waters. Chris was last on watch. Everybody's trying to get a little bit of sleep. We had a couple of fishing boats that we passed, and not too far. I think Chris changed course slightly to stay out of reach of them. We're doing like 6.8 knots speed over ground, so we're kind of cooking right now. Showing us with an overall ETA on this course of about 6 a.m. and we are about a half hour or so before we're gonna turn to port a little bit, and then we'll be entering Baja Todos Santos, which is the main kind of bay there with Ensenada. So there's the Isla Todos Santos Island. They're kind of right at the entrance. We can use the lighthouse as kind of a guide point to bring us in, but engine, everything's nominal. We've been running our shiny new radar the whole time, which has been pretty nice because able to see some contacts. Not really even the fishing boats out here, aren't going to be running AIS, and we won't really see them. We're offshore from the big propane terminal out here. Pretty well lit up, pretty easy landmark to see. And then you can see lights down here in the distance. It's going to be Ensenada back up in there. 10 till 6 a.m. Sun is starting to come up, so we're crawling in at about, actually we're doing a little bit over 4 knots, so we dialed back the RPMs just to try and get in with some light. So we made really good time coming in, and then we'll have kind of the golden hour here pretty soon. I think it's going to be a beautiful sunrise ahead of us coming up here pretty soon. Sunrise this morning's about 6:20, so we're about a half hour ahead. of the sun coming up. 6 o'clock, and we're about 20 minutes from sunrise. Isla Todos Santos, you can see pretty clearly. As you can see, the sun's starting to come up. These are always the best sunrises. I want to point something out here. Usually we often get a dolphin escort coming in. We haven't seen that yet, but there's a fishing boat there with no lights on cutting across. So I've been watching this guy on radar, saw a signature, trying to figure out what's going on, and figured there was a boat coming, and that's him. He's just out here fishing boat, no lights on whatsoever. And then there's a couple of boats here, but this is Ensenada, so we're gonna cut to port a little bit. There's another boat out here with zero lights on that we saw a radar signature. Now I see a second one now. This fishing boat has changed course, so I don't know if he's got gear in the water or not. And without having lights down or anything like that, we'll just keep our distance from them. Seen a couple of pots. There's one over there that's not going to show up, but this is, you know, a few reasons why we want to come in here and why we slowed down is with daylight, we wouldn't be able to see the lobster traps, the occasional fishing boat meandering about in front of us with no lights on. But we're maybe 4 miles away, pretty close at this point, and just kind of coming in on impulse power. Right down the chute. Like the old Triumph has seen better days. Coming into Baja now. It's 10 after 7. Perfect timing. Chris and Ken are attending to the fenders and getting ready for the tie-up. No cruise ships. It's a pretty chill and really easy trip. So now we just got to make sure we stick the landing, and we're golden. If you want to go ahead and throw over the fenders.
Yep, I got them.
And then that port, we're going to tie up port side. So if you want to get the bow line ready.
I slid those under the lines instead of over the top.
Two on one side, 3 on the other. So Ken, if what I would do is I would take the bitter end of that and walk it back here on the outside of the shrouds. And yeah, is it on the bow? Yeah, so I would just walk it back, and then I'd go ahead and open up this gate here to get ready to land, and then I could throw someone the stern line. See what I mean about coming in here slow and seeing what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing we can do is we can just go in Alpha 3 and I
think you got plenty of room there. I'm going to go into 4 and just...
Problem is getting off the dock is going to have that stupid dinghy in the way.
Well, I know, I'm going to have to step around that dinghy.
I mean, we do have room next to this Akiva. What do you guys think?
I think you got plenty of room.
Yeah, you will.
I think you're gonna be fine.
I'll step off after the dinghy. No.
So yeah, we're gonna want to get the stern line on pretty quickly as well.
From the dock, drifting away from it. I would wait. I would just wait. I'll get the stern. I'll get off.
See if you can get in front of that dinghy there. All right. Yeah, just go ahead and grab the. Oops. Sorry, we're too far back. How's that?
Looks pretty good.
Pretty good. Nice job, guys. That's got to be the easiest trip I think I've had down here. Seriously, it was
Pretty smooth.
really smooth. All right, guys. Cheers. I'm hearing that we got some riffraff here on the dock. You can hear them partying. So these questionable characters on the dock. And look at that monster right there. Wow. I'm not sure what to do here.
Hey buddy, how's it going?
He's a big one, isn't he?
He's enjoying the music.